What's up, guys? Antoine Webb here from Culture Matters. With us today is Matthew Victoria. Matt's your mortgage guy, MLB residential lending, and we're going to be talking about the mortgage process, contract to close. Take it away.
I like that, right?
Yes.
So, obviously, first thing is you go out and get your pre-approval, which we've talked about earlier already.
Yes.
You're going to go out and you're going to go under contract, okay?
Okay.
So once you go under contract, you go into what's called attorney review.
Okay.
At that point, you have your time. It's usually 3 days.
Right.
Sometimes it's quicker, sometimes it's longer. But you have a couple of days to actually, for the attorneys to go back and forth to make any changes that they actually want to see in the contract.
Okay.
So once you're going to actually come out of attorney review, that's where we like to kind of drop the hammer and start rolling just to make sure that the deal's going to fly.
Right.
So at that point, you're going to finish up your loan application.
Okay.
Right? Your disclosures, you're going to get your disclosures. You signed all of those, your intent to proceed, all that other fun stuff, like
Right.
55 pages.
Yeah.
Then we're going to get our credit card authorization, and then we're going to order our appraisal. So we've already collected our documents because we did a pre-approval. We made sure that we already had all the documents that we need, IDs, taxes, pay stubs, and whatnot, because they're going to need that.
Right.
Right? So now your appraisal gets ordered. So once they do the appraisal, at that point, we're going to clean everything up. We're going to do everything on the background on our side, which nobody sees this. So we order tax transcripts, we order verification of employment, verification of rent, anything like that that has to get ordered. We
Okay.
do all of our order outs, okay, with cavers and different things like that, which FHA checks to make sure that you haven't had a short sale or a foreclosure in the past couple of years too.
Okay.
So they need that if they're going to go and do a loan. So then at that point, now we're going to submit it into underwriting. The loan officer actually is not the one who approves the loan.
Okay.
We're just the one that puts it together.
Gotcha.
So we're not actually the ones that approve it. So there's several people in this process. So the first one is the loan originator, which is myself. Then it's my processor. She's actually the one that does all the ordering, and she buttons in the package up, as we call it, the package.
Okay.
She gets it ready for the underwriter.
Gotcha.
They stack it in a certain order for this way the underwriter has to understand it. So I'm a storyteller. My job is to tell a story to the underwriter and say, hey, these people deserve this loan for several hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Makes sense.
So once I do that, now it goes to the underwriter. Okay? Then the underwriter is going to approve it, or they're going to deny it, but we're hoping for an approval. We're optimistic here.
Right. Yes. Absolutely.
So let's get our loan approval. So once we get our loan approval at that point, then we're going to come back and ask for what's called conditions. This is conditions to approve the loan.
Okay.
And then they're also going to issue what's called a commitment. Okay, the commitment is normally a date that there is because they want to make sure that the loan is going to work.
Right.
Okay, that's part of it's actually in the contract too.
Okay. So it's
We
not.
can, yes, we cannot issue commitment in New Jersey without an appraisal. So the appraisal has to be in to issue commitment.
Okay.
So once we get all of that, then at that point, and I'm oversimplifying all this. by
Yes.
the way.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So once we get all of that, then we're actually going to go back. We need your title insurance, we need the homeowner's insurance, anything else, any of the stipulations that the underwriter asks for,
Okay.
maybe additional pay stubs, letters of explanation, things like that. Then we're going to go and give it back to the underwriter. They're going to look it all over again, check it, make sure. By the way, underwriters also, they have guidelines they have to underwrite too, but some of it is also a little bit of an opinion too.
Okay, so I'm sure a very minimal amount.
Yeah, it goes into the story that we actually give to them, the facts that we present to the underwriter,
Okay.
and say, hey, this is what we're doing, this is the way we're doing it. We call it structuring the loan,
Okay,
because there's certain guidelines that we have to go and do mortgages by, set forth by the federal government.
makes sense.
So once they do that, then they come back to us with their approval and what we call a clear to close.
We love that word. Clear to close, baby. You get that text. All right, we're on.
Clear to close at that point means that the underwriter has cleared it for credit, and now it's going to go and finish up with the title and things like that. They're going to wind up actually scheduling the closing,
Okay.
and then checking any last things. They'll go back and forth with their numbers. By the way, we actually don't really know how much they have to bring to closing until all of our numbers come in from the title company.
Okay,
So that's towards the end.
gotcha.
So everything we do, like when they actually get their disclosures, they get what's called a loan estimate.
Okay,
So it's just an estimate of what they're going to spend.
gotcha.
What's
So
it
it's
cost?
an estimate.
Yes, that's why it's an important thing to know.
Yes, that word is very important. Estimate is very important.
Everyone used to throw around the term get a GFE, get a HUD.
Yeah.
We don't have those anymore.
Gotcha.
They got rid of those about 2 years ago with Trick.
Okay,
So once we get our clear to close, then they're actually going to go and schedule the closing, and then you're going to wind up coming to closing. You're going to get your keys. You have to bring a bank check normally or certified check.
Okay.
You can't just bring cash to the closing
Yeah,
table.
don't come with your duffel bag. That doesn't fly.
Yeah, they don't want any soft dollar bills.
That's
you know?
sure, yeah.
So then at that point, you're now going to be a homeowner.
and we're happy now. So
Oversimplified, but this basically is just the way that it works. At least
awesome.
how
So that's a lot of value. That was a lot packed into a very quick blast of information. So guys, don't feel funny if you need to go back and rewind the video and re-listen to the steps and the processes, because as a homeowner, okay, and as a consumer, you want to know this. You want to be aware and involved, not, you know, for any other reason, like you're gonna get, you know, ripped off by your loan guy or anything like that, but for your personal understanding of the process, so that this way, if you ever do happen to come in with somebody who's a little funny or whatnot, you know, you're gonna know. So this is life information that when you're building wealth and you're building your residential empire, if you're an investor, or you're getting into your first home as a new home buyer, you're gonna want this information at your access. So Matt, appreciate you very much. Matt's your mortgage guy. Where can we find you, Matt?
You can find me at mvictoria.mlbmortgage.com, or you can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. Matt's your mortgage guy.
Awesome. Guys, I hope you got some great value from this. I know I did. So hey, again, don't be afraid to go back and rewind and listen to one more time. We'll see you on the next one. Culture Matters.